Hello everyone, welcome to Belinda's Country Living. Have you ever had one of those days where you're just plain right down lazy? You know you're hungry and you want something quick, simple, easy to prepare. Well, you've come to the right place. Today, I'm going to show you how to fix an old-time recipe called shepherd's pie. But we're going to make it the American way. That's right, the American way. I'm doing this shepherd's pie in an iron skillet. That way you have less cleanup. All done, one skillet, in the oven it goes, and you should have dinner ready roughly in about 30 minutes. So, meet me over at the stove and I'll show you how to make an easy shepherd's pie. Okay, so the first thing you need to do is to heat up your skillet, and I am going to put a little bit of olive oil in my skillet. To that, I'm going to add 1 pound of ground beef. Now, I didn't have quite a pound because yesterday I fried 2 hamburgers for me for lunch. Turn that down to medium. You want to break this up. Now I know when y'all see this video, however long it's going to take, you might say, well, you're not going to have dinner in 30 minutes. Well, yes, you will. It just takes time to take these videos. And you want to cook your ground beef. You also want to preheat your oven to 375 to 400 degrees Fahrenheit. And while that's heating up, everything should be pretty much done with the food. Okay, so let's just keep turning this around. Here, my cat. If I don't watch her, she will jump on things which I don't like. But it's cold outside and I let these barn cats in because I feel sorry for them. To this ground beef, I'm going to be adding 1 small onion. That way the onion ground beef should be done around the same time. Just like that. If you don't have an iron skillet, just use any skillet that you can put in the oven. Use a chicken fryer or whatever you have that you know you can put in the oven. We are going to be adding some pepper. And you can use whatever seasoning you want or whatever seasoning you have on hand. Salt, pepper. And let me tell you, this shepherd pie is so delicious. Now I've got in my pan over here, I cut up about 5 medium-sized potatoes, and I'm going to cook them potatoes And I'm going to fix them just like mashed potatoes. Let's get this all a-going. And you want, the reason why you put your olive oil or vegetable oil in is because you want that fat. Because we are going to be making a slurry gravy mixture. And this is so good. When my kids were growing up, I made this, I don't know, a couple times a month. And I tell you what, they absolutely loved it. But I'm doing it a simple way. Instead of my fresh vegetables like your carrots and your peas or whatever it is you have on hand, it takes longer to cook them. But today we're not doing this because we want something quick. Keep stirring that around until your ground beef is no longer pink. If y'all, I've heard a lot of people say they don't like iron skillets. They're hard to clean. No, they're not. They are not hard to clean. They are so simple. I've heard people say, don't soak your iron skillets in water. Well, I wash my iron skillets in water. And when I'm not using my iron skillets, I leave them on the top rack in my oven. And if I'm baking anything, I'm going to bake these skillets too. And that does help seasoning your iron skillets to where they won't stick. So yeah, this, like I said, it does not take long for this ground beef to get done. But you want to keep mixing this up, stirring it around. You don't want your onions to be burnt. Now at this point, I am going to add some minced garlic, a heaping spoon of minced garlic. Ooh yeah, garlic is so good for you. Stir this around. Not only will this bring your kids out to see what you're cooking, and it just seems like if you've got a dog in the house, in your bed sleeping or on the sofa, they're going to come out to the kitchen as well. Now I'm going to add oregano, just a little bit. Well, it's not even open. I got this the other day because I was out of oregano. Gosh, I love smelling it. Just a little bit. I do ya. Well, stay with me, y'all. You're going to see how quick this comes together. Stir that around, get that garlic all mixed up. Well, these last few days have really been so cold. Okay, so the onions and the ground beef been cooking for about 10 minutes. Now to this, I'm going to add a little Worcestershire sauce. If you don't like Worcestershire sauce, or Worcestershire sauce, then omit it. But I'm going to add just a little bit. You know, just sprinkle some of that in there. That's going to give it some really good flavor. Stir, ooh, yeah. See what I mean? Oh, yeah. Now we're going to add a can of veg oil. Now, I may not use all of it. I'm going to pour half of it in there and just see how much I will need. Now, this has chopped up potatoes, carrots, corn, peas. And normally, because you're having mashed potatoes on top of this dish, you wouldn't want to add extra potatoes, but we're going to do it today. So let's just, and I've got half of that. I'm going to mix this around. But I love potatoes, so this isn't going to hurt me at all. For those of you that are watching your potato intake, then just grab you a can of carrots, can of peas, and go from there. This even has green beans in it. That's my oven going off. And the reason why this doesn't take that long once it goes into the oven is because these vegetables are partially already cooked. So now to this, we're going to add about a half a carton of vegetable broth. That's low sodium. Normally, I use beef broth when I make this recipe, but I don't have any. Use what you have. If you don't have the vegetable beef stock, if you don't have beef broth, then use beef bouillon. That'll work. So let's pour half of this in here. See how much liquid I get from this. And as soon as this heats up, we will add a little bit of flour to this to help thicken it up some. So just as soon as this heats up real good, bring you back to the next step. Okay, so it is completely heated through. Vegetables are tender, and you can see we still have lots of liquid in that. So we're going to just thicken this up a bit. I've got about a heaping tablespoon of all-purpose flour, and to that I'm going to add some water. I'm using bottled water because I don't like the city water I have here. A lot of times they run bleach through the system, and I just don't like the taste of it. So I am mixing this up. Tablespoon of water. Well, it's a tablespoon of flour and then the water. So I mix it up really good so there isn't any lumps, because you will get lumps. I get a little bit, but they'll dissolve in with that mixture. So let's get that in there. Just pour it in there and stir. This is going to thicken this up. And then we're ready. We don't have to transfer this to a casserole dish because we're doing it all in the skillet. Now I've already got my mashed potatoes already mashed up, and I made quite a bit because I am going to be making, tomorrow I'm going to be making some potato patties, potato cakes. We're going to turn this off, get that in the sink, clean as you go, and that's all there is to it. This is ready. So you're here to just put your mashed potatoes right on top of this. And I like to just spoon it in, just like that. Oh my gosh. Grandson's already been out here wanting to know what I was fixing. I don't know if y'all have teenage kids, but you know, I just might have to use all these potatoes. I guess I underestimated the potatoes. As long as I got enough for about 2 patties, I'm good. Get that off of there. And then I'm just going to push that around, and your liquid will come up over these potatoes, and oh my word. You talking about some country eating now, this is it. I am going to go ahead and use all these potatoes. Yes, I am. Oh my goodness. I had to put that barn cat outside. Now let's just move that around. Oh yeah. Make it pretty. You know, any simple dishes you can always make really pretty. If your food, as the old saying is, if the food looks good, you're going to eat it. Just like that. I still didn't have enough potatoes to cover to the edge, but that's all right. It's going to be fine. And I like just take a fork and rake across it. Just like that. Now this is done. If you wanted to eat it, you could. But I'm going to add some cheddar cheese right on top of this. And then I'm going to stick it in the oven for about 15 minutes. And then we'll be back and we'll do a taste test. Okay, our shepherd pie is out of the oven. So let me turn you down here and show you the finished product. And there you have it. So let's cut into this and we will give it a taste test. Now you know you could cut this but we just spoon it out usually. So that's what we're going to do today. We're going to spoon this out. Oh Oh my goodness, look at that. And it smells so good. Now, you know, if you want, at this time, you can add some more cheese to the top. Oh yeah. Look at that. It's still warm. I should have let this cool just a little bit, but I'm hungry, so let's dig into this. Scoot this aside. I will get me a spoon. Up here. Probably you could have you some bread and butter with this. Cornbread would even be better. But again, this is a lazy day. Still, like I said, still a little warm. You can see the vegetables in there. Oh my. Oh. So, so good. So good. Wow. Really love this dish. Especially because it's so easy and simple to make on the table in 30. I wished I'd have made a lot more mashed potatoes and made the potatoes on the top of this, you know, much thicker, and make it cover to the edge of your skillet. So good. I want to thank each and every one of you for watching, and thank you to all my subscribers. And if you're new here, I want to welcome you to my YouTube family. Like I said a while ago, I had to boot my cat out, but I want to show you my cat. So there is one of the barn cats, and she's got the prettiest green eyes. And she's saying, please, let me in. I know, I'm going to let you in. But I will let her in. Yeah, so that was one of my barn cats. And in the spring and the summer, they all stay outside because I am highly allergic to cats. Not dogs, but cats. So I just thought I would share that with you. And all these barn cats are great animals, great mousers. So I hope y'all got something out of this video. And as always, remember to be kind in your words. Thank God that you put your feet on the floor. Just give Him a blessing every day. Until the next video.